I remember a time we were traveling. Jose and I were traveling with a few friends, and we were in New York and decided to take the subway. And we were in a packed subway, and a very young man, he must have been 19 or 20, raised up his hand and called us, and he said, "Hey, can everyone listen for a second?" And he starts telling us this story that he's homeless. And as he started talking, I see him, I thought he's 19 or 20, and I immediately picture my 19-year-old. And he tells this story of how he's homeless. And the night before was a very cold night, it was winter, so he decided to sleep in one of the subway cars as it was moving, and he fell and broke his arm, and he had a cast. And he said, "So now I am afraid to fall asleep again in the subway, and I found a place that will let you shower and sleep on a bed for a night." And I can remember he said for $30 or something. He told us how much he had and how that he needed more to complete the $30. The amazing thing is, I was listening to him, I was looking at him, I was picturing my child and thinking, who would help him? If this were my child, if my baby was standing here in a subway asking for help, because as soon as he was done, people went back to their conversations, people went back to their phones, everyone ignored him. And I remember turning around and asking Jose, "Do you have any cash?" And he said yes, and I was like, "Give me money." And I went to the young man and I gave him the money, and he was like, "Oh, I will be able to go and sleep there." And we started talking, and I left. We got to our stop, we got down, we left. And I remember thinking, if only we were able to see everyone's children, so that when they are in need, we would step up. I love that there's no end to how much I love my children. It doesn't matter what they do. They can make mistake after mistake, sometimes unkind comments, be entitled, being grumpy. There is nothing that would actually make me stop loving them. And when you feel that, when you understand what you're feeling, then you realize where it comes from. I cannot run out of this unconditional love because He's pouring it in constantly. Motherhood is a privilege. It is a privilege because it shows us how to see things that we were not able to see before. Before having my children, I would celebrate and honor Mom for everything she does, but I never thought of saying, thank God for my mom, because I didn't understand the extent of her love. And I took even my father's love for granted because I didn't understand how much I fail him on a regular basis. Even when I am hurt, I say thank you. I became who I was supposed to be when I became a mom, because he showed me how to manage my selfishness. We all care about ourselves, but he showed me a better way, his way. By making me care for my children, I was able to care for those around me. I was able to pour out love to even those that are not my babies. I was actually able to create new relationships. Mother-like love is a privilege. It is a blessing. And it comes from the amazing love that He feels for us.